Let's talk about a winter routine.
This is your first day in real estate, and I am your real estate sales trainer and coach, James Festini. And this is the program that's going to teach you how to sell more real estate in less time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is James Festini. I want to thank you very much for liking, sharing, subscribing. Please, if you know of someone who needs this, share. I'm making a big push this year to grow my YouTube following to 50,000 by the end of 2018, and I kind of need to have you guys do it. I'm going to ask you the favor. Please help the Festini godfather of the prospecting. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you guys right now about my dilemmas. Now, that's the cool thing about this show, is that I come to you with my problems because I know how to solve them. I know how to solve my problems. I know exactly what the problems are. The problem right now that I'm facing is this winter schedule. Readjusting the day to fit my efforts, my ambition. Oh man, do I have a tremendous amount of ambition. And yet I still can't seem to get in the rhythm. It's killing me. It's killing me. So right now, the sun today set. Man, it's about to set. It already feels like it's set. It's 4:46. It already feels like it's set. It's kind of gloomy and cold. You know, people are just not opening the doors after dark ever. And that's the worst thing, is because I got to make my calls, and then I want to door knock. I want to hit 100 contacts, and I want to hit 100 doors as a minimum. And normally what I'm able to do is I can hit the 100 doors, 150 or 150 contacts by the morning, and then towards the end of the day I hit 100 doors in the afternoon. And then, I mean, it's just this stupid daylight savings. It's killing me right now. And the more I share this content with you, the more I create videos, the more I'm well aware of the seasons. Before, it never bothered me. I just like, dark, I'm calling. It's dark, I'm calling. But because I have such a strong and powerful conviction to just dominate 2018 in the field of real estate, I have these specific chunks of time that I need to leverage. And my goals are so big that I'm still having a hard time registering just how few distractions I'm allowed to have in order to achieve this goal. As many of you know, my goal, my minimum is 200 attempts at a sale, meaning 100 doors and 100 contacts. That should be a minimum. I don't see why not. 4 hours of prospecting, 3 hours of doors, a 7-hour day. You have a good day of prospecting, you have a good day of doors, bam, right? But when this time shift, this time shift has just got me all out of sorts. Feeling just like I gotta have my dinner earlier, feels like. So what is my solution to it right now? What can I do to solve this problem? It always boils down to time blocking. Looking at the calendar, whatever app you use for a calendar. I like to use Google Calendar on the computer. Although I am trying to make a heavy push to be, solely mobile with my Note 8 or my iPhone 7 Plus. I still don't feel as if totally mobile because of Mojo and Red X. Yeah, maybe you haven't noticed. I'm using Red X lately. It's legit. If you guys want to know more, go to jamesfestini.com/training. I'll have the link below. It's legit, man. The leads are legit. But now I'm trying to get into this. I want to knock my 100 doors. My 100 doors are suffering. My calls are not suffering. I'm making the 100 calls. I just got 106 contacts this morning. And I generated 3 or 4. Well, the leads are being generated, people. Ooh, the winter is hot. The winter's cold, but the winter's hot. I mean, the best time for you to say, hey, you thinking of selling your house? No. Maybe later, in the summertime? Yeah. Lead. So what are you doing to generate these leads? And how are you orchestrating and time shifting? I call it time shifting, but I think the technology is called time blocking. And here's how you do it. If you go into, I'll show you on my iPhone because that's what I happen to have. If you go to your calendar, can you, I don't know if you can see it. If you go to your calendar And you say, for example, tomorrow. What's your schedule tomorrow? What is your schedule tomorrow? Well, tomorrow, actually, I'm gonna be Shadi Bazi, the real estate sales trainer. He's got the podcast, Top Listing Agent Strategy. I'm talking to him tomorrow at 10:30. So what I do is I'll take the calendar, and my goal is to wake up about 5 o'clock in the morning. That's just when my alarms go off, things go off. I want to be up at that time. So you get up at 5, and so you say, okay, I want to wake up at 5 a.m. You go into the calendar and you create an event called Wake Up. And then you go on to the event and you say repeat, meaning I want it to repeat. And if you're using Google Calendar, it'll ask you, when do you want to repeat it? Do you want to repeat it once a week? Do you want to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday? Do you want to do Monday through Friday? What do you want to do with Wake Up? Well, I want to wake up at 4:55 a.m. every day. So I'll tell it, repeat. And what it'll do is it'll plot out the calendar across the future that says every day it's going to do this. And then what do you want to do? You want to work out? I want to work out for 1 hour. So you say repeat 1 hour by 6 a.m. I'm working out. So between 5 and 6, you just kind of, I'm like a zombie although I wake up at 5, I'm a zombie until about 6. So whatever happens, you get the cobwebs out by about 6. I'm working out for about an hour, and then about at 7 o'clock, I have breakfast with the kids, shit, shower, and shave, and then get out to work, right? So I want to be in the office by 9. I want to be on the phones at 9 a.m. So I'll go into, depends on how minute you want to get these little details. You go in there and you create the event called SSS is what I call it, right? Shit, shower, and shave. And so you create that and say, I want to repeat this every day at 7 a.m. And then say, repeat it every day. And this is something you should do weekends, Friday, Monday through Friday, whatever. That's a morning routine. Now what? Now you got to create the 9 o'clock hour, the 9 a.m. hour. What do you want to do? Well, at 9 a.m. I recommend that you do your warm follow-ups, your telephone prospecting. You hit your warm leads, the follow-up, the most important thing. You're generating on these leads, and yet you don't call them. Why? Schedule it. So you go in there, you hit all those warms, you go through it as fast as you can, chip away at it, and then you get on your colds. So I would call it telephone prospecting from 9 a.m. to about noon, maybe 1 o'clock. I usually say 9 a.m. to 100, meaning as soon as I hit my 100, I'm out of here. If that is the case, then that would solve my problem for my winter dilemma. See, I'm working these things out with you. I'm having this conversation with myself. You just happen to be listening. So if I get up in the morning, I schedule to be on the phones by 9, 10, 11, 12, maybe 1 o'clock. I wrap the things up that I need to have wrapped up, provided that, of course, all of these things, what I call time shifting. Someone calls, a client calls, says, I'm interested in seeing a house. I'm interested in selling my house. All of these things can be manipulated and shifted. That's why I say my goal is 200 as a minimum, or my standard as a minimum is 200 attempts at a sale, or attempts for a lead generation, and 100 is just like, this is the beast, right? You can do that. It's a lofty goal, but it's possible. My target, I don't know how I would phrase this. My target is 300. My goal is 200. Or my target is 200. My goal is 300. But to generate that much momentum, it's not going to be possible every day, because you're going to have things get in the way. The kids got this, the wife's got that, personal life, But if you have a day, if you can look at tomorrow and say, I got nothing. Which, ladies and gentlemen, if I got nothing, you definitely got nothing. Because I got a full plate of life. I'm shoving a lot in there. Unless you're shoving things. I don't know. I get this impression that people don't do much. I do a lot. I'm creating videos. I'm editing vlogs. I'm, trying to grow my real estate sales training and coaching hustle side. You know, I'm an artist. I paint. I write poetry. I'm working on like 5 different books right now. I'm so fine. I'm scatterbrained. Maybe one day I'll get one of those things done. But I'm always working to do more and not less. Constantly. So if I can do more, you can do more. If I can do it, you can do it. So you look at your schedule and you say, what do I have? Do I have a lot or do I have a little? If you have a little, can you see the whole day? Can you see from 9 a.m. tomorrow? We're talking about tomorrow. Can you see from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m.? Is it open? I mean, seriously? Like all these things, oh, I gotta wash my car. Really? Can you push that off? Yeah. Well, then you can avoid washing your car. What can you do? Envision the possibility for tomorrow. This is the same thing that happens over the summertime, but in the winter, you're working against that sunset. And if you're door knocking, if I'm out there door knocking, the sun is setting. This is so sad. It breaks my heart. Come on, Mother Nature, you're breaking my heart. Yeah, 4:49. In about 2 weeks, we've got about 2 more weeks before this stuff is over. And then, I mean, we're going to get to the bottom. It's going to be almost 4:40, maybe 4:30. I got to really see when that sunset bottoms out, which I think is called winter solstice and summer solstice. Summer being like the most hours of daylight to the end, and then the winter being the least hours. I think it's like around December 10th or December 12th. And then we start coming back. Every day we can door knock for 1 more minute later. And then by January, we're back to door knocking up until 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock by February, 8 o'clock by, April, May, June, July, August, whatever. But this winter thing, we've got to figure out now. The blessing of a winter schedule is that you do your cold calls in the morning, you do your doors in the afternoon, and then at night, provided that you hit your 100 calls in the morning, you should be okay then. After your doors, you hit your 100 doors, then you could be okay to just do follow-up. Right now, it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. I've door knocked. I didn't get a whole lot. I didn't launch it right. I'm still screwing up. That's why I'm having this conversation with me. I'm still screwing it up. But if I could just grab that calendar, if I could just tame that dragon that distracts me or takes me away or leads me to think, and it's almost frustrating because I've got such a high target, right? I've got such a high expectation of what's possible because I know it is. I've done it. Like tomorrow I've got one conversation that tells me it's not, but then after that it is possible. These things are possible. Right? Why couldn't I pick up the phone and bang it? It really has to do with getting on the phones at 9 a.m. The winter schedule begins at 9 a.m. Personal life before that, personal life after 8 p.m. My schedule. Now, for many of you, you don't have such a crazy ideas to get 300. Maybe you're happy if you could just do 10 contacts and 10 doors and then 10 contacts, which I'm not encouraging that, but maybe your goal is to do 100. That was my original goal in the beginning of the year. 100 contacts, 100 doors. And then once I saw me do 150 contacts by phone and like 100 doors, I said to myself, because I haven't hit that 300. I think one day I hit like 298, and when I saw it was there, how can you go back? How can you run a 5-minute mile and then never not want to run a 5-minute mile as your minimum? As a runner, like I'm trying to break, I've passed now where I'm doing 11-minute miles. I know it's kind of slow. I'm a slow runner. But I'm passing, I've now, like, there was a time where I was a 14-minute mile guy, my marathons, half marathons, 14 minutes, now 13 minutes, now 12 minutes. Now I am teetering it consistently below 11-minute miles. As soon as I get to 10-minute miles, it would be so disappointing to do like 10:05 or 10:50. It doesn't seem like it's progress or growth. Does this make sense? So in the winter season, the schedule, we've got to figure out a way to grow still. I understand hibernation, cold weather, holidays, but come on. office parties. Let's just set those things aside. The office party one day, Christmas one day, New Year's one day, Christmas Eve one day, Thanksgiving one day, Christmas Eve one day. Did I say Christmas Eve? Let's throw in Kwanzaa, Hanukkah. Did I say New Year's Eve? Let's just say hangover from New Year's Eve, hangover from Thanksgiving. So 10 days. Like, I'm making stuff up. I'm sure there's one more. Say 10 days. And yet we have so many more days, and we're retracting. Please don't hibernate for 60 days or 50 days or 30 days when it's only 10. Work hard, play hard. That is, I've just got to get that tattoo. I am the living embodiment of work hard, play hard. I'm enjoying myself, but I'm also making sure that because this winter season is upon us, that I'm not like letting off the brakes or letting off the gas. People, if you only understood how important it was right now. Ask any top producing agent in the industry when the next year begins, and they will tell you it's right now. They will say your 2018 begins in fall and winterish. The last 3 months of 2017, that's when you should be doing it. So tomorrow, let's do this. Tomorrow, after you watch this video, tomorrow, open up your calendar. Tell me in the comments below. Say, hey, James, I did it. I'm listening. In the comments below, say, I looked at tomorrow and I'm doing it. Because if I'm not doing these videos for you, who am I doing them for? I mean, I'm doing them for me. I'm having this conversation. I inspire myself. I'll be honest. I listen to my own stuff. I drink my own Kool-Aid. I get high on my own supply. Because what I'm saying makes sense. If you have an alternative, please present me with a solution to generate 3 to 5 bona fide listing leads per day, and I'll consider it. Oh, but I don't want to spend money. I don't want to spend any money. Just, I don't mind spending time. You know, if it means I have to like jog somewhere, like sit-ups or jumping jacks, or climb a tree or twirl a sign. Seriously, if I can physically exhaust my labor, the sweat off my brow and the toil I have to put in, if I can turn a screw, hammer a nail to generate 3 to 5 leads, I'll do it, man. If I gotta dress up like a seahorse and pretend I'm in the ocean, I'll do it, man. You know that, but my niche is one where I haven't found it yet. I don't want to spend a lot of money. I got more time than I got money in an effort to make more money so that I have more time. And right now, there's this window. I mean, the seasons change in our life. The winter comes, summer comes. Winter comes, summer comes. So in this season of my life, I say, man, I want 2018 so bad. 2018 is my year. Can it be your year? You watching the video. Not you, James Festini. You, on the other side of this internet channel. Can you make 2018 your year? Are you capable of, like, seriously, just if you're at like a 5, take it up to a 7? If you're at a 7, can you take it up to a 9? If you're at a 10, just stay 10? Right now, I ask myself every day, winter or summer, can I do more? And you see a couple of my videos recently. Do more. Can I do more? Can I do more? And every time I say to myself, can I? Yeah. I can't. It's a disease, right? Where like, when you're honest with yourself, can you do more? Yes. Then why don't you? I don't know. Because I procrastinate, because I'm complacent, because I'm reluctant, because I'm afraid, because I don't know. Well, these are things that you can learn. Hey, the links below, there's plenty to learn in there. If you like the content I'm producing, please like my channel. But more importantly, subscribe. There's a little subscribe button right there. Subscribe. If you're listening to it on iTunes, make sure that you subscribe. I mean, subscribe, follow me. If you like Snapchat, like I said, I'm a prolific snapper. Snapchat and Instagram stories, I'm pumping it out like mad. I'm really making an attempt to grow the following. All right, so as I sign off here, I'm going to go ahead and do a quick little Instagram story just to prove to you I'm a prolific snapper. So if you guys are serious about taking 2018, you've got to leverage this winter season. Right now, the winter season begins. The cold calls do not stop. Do not hibernate. Go out and push yourself. Reorganize, restructure, time shift, whatever you got to do to make the schedule work. Right? There it is. Make sure. Just go back to work.
This episode is brought to you by MojoSells.com. Expireds for sell by owners and prospecting solutions along with DNC compliance. It is my CRM of choice because I can set up emails and letters and follow-up campaigns to follow up more efficiently with the leads that I generate. Go to MojoSells.com and make sure you tell them Festini sent you. This episode is also brought to you by Spodio, the perfect door knock companion. Download the Spodio app today. If you want more knowledge, please find me anywhere you consume content. On YouTube, go to James Festini. If you want to listen to my content on iTunes, please leave me a 5-star review. Join the Festini Mafia at jamesfestini.com/training. There you'll find all of my products and information. If you like to make money, get back to work.